Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we've got a Russell Westbrook build. This is a bit of a Lakers theme this week. I chose to do Westbrook because, the Lakers have started to get on a bit of a roll. They've started to play a bit better. And, since then he's been coming off the bench and he's really looked good coming off the bench in a 6-man role. And Russell Westbrook type of builds have always been great on 2K, so I wanted to do one. So make sure he's a point guard and we'll move on to the body settings. So Westbrook's listed at 6'3" on basketballreference.com. So that's the height we're going to stick with. In terms of the weight, we're just going to drop that down to 192 pounds. So that's just to boost as much speed as we can while still, keeping other attributes at a good level. And then wingspan, we're going to push to 7 foot, which is the max because obviously we know he struggles with jump shots. So we're not going to pay too much attention to shooting with this build. So this will be definitely a two-way playmaking slasher, which is definitely the type of play style that Russell Westbrook is. Body shape, we're just going to put defined because I just think it's the nicest for point guards. And we'll move on to the attributes. So, like I said, he's a two-way slashing playmaker type of player. So what we're going to do is we're going to push close shot to 85. Now you may be thinking, what's the point of having close shot this high for a point guard that will probably get blocked most times, particularly in the rec center because you are so short. And I wanted to get it 85 just for the badge points because it's quite cheap to upgrade. But also, this would be a very lethal park type of build. So I wanted to get good close shot just to help if any of those closeouts come from other players trying to block his shot at the rim. So this will be definitely a great park player. Definitely a great rec player as well because everything else about the build will be fantastic in the rec center apart from shooting. But definitely on the park, this would be a fantastic player to have with maybe 2 shooters on the perimeter. So 85 close shots, you'll have the the gold fast twitch and fearless finisher and things like that. Driving layup, we're going to push to an 88 to get the long athlete package because he's a fantastic slasher, particularly in his prime. In terms of the driving dunk, we are going to push that to a 94. So you will have all the contact dunks available with this build. You'll have the 84 pro contact dunks with 1 and 2. The small contact dunks with the 86 driving dunk, and then 93 you'll have the elites, and then at 94 you just get the extra badge point. So if you want the extra badge point, make sure the driving dunk's at 94. That'll be all for finishing, so you will have the 24 badge points there. Now in terms of shooting, like I said, we're not going to upgrade shooting except for free throw. We are going to get that to a 76. So he does shoot at about 78% from the free throw line, so 76 is quite similar. Free throws are difficult this 2K, so if you want to upgrade that, definitely do so if you're worried about it because, particularly if you do have latency and you play in the rec a lot, it can be really hard to time those. Now in terms of playmaking, he's been a 3-time assist leader, so we want to make sure that our playmaking is nice and high. So we're going to push pass accuracy to 86. So once we get to 86, you'll get all those passing badges pretty much Hall of Fame, and the needle thread is there gold as well, and they're all in tier 1, so that's fantastic. And you'll have floor general Hall of Fame because definitely when he has his own team, he is the floor general on the court. Diamond's there Hall of Fame. You will get rebounding with this build, so you'll be able to throw those outlet passes with a Hall of Fame break starter if you wanted to. Gold would probably be enough, but you've got a capability to get a Hall of Fame. And then of course needle thread as well, having gold's fantastic. In terms of the ball handle, you will get all the animations with this build. So you'll get the 92 ball handle, and what we're going to do is actually push it a bit more to 94 to get that gold handles for days. So all your tier 3 badges will be gold. So you may not be able to get all of them gold, but you will be able to get a few of them gold, and you can choose which ones you want. So have them all gold's a really great option to have. Now in terms of speed with ball, we are going to push that to an 86 also. So that just gives you the extra badge point, and also it's a pretty decent rating for speed with ball as well. Now for defense, we're just going to push interior defense to 27. Let's get bumped up with other attributes. Perimeter defense is going to go to 87. So at 86, we get the clamps silver, challengers there gold, ankle braces Hall of Fame, and then at 87 we just get menace Hall of Fame and an extra badge point. I thought that was worth it to upgrade for the extra badge point. Now there's it's up in the air whether he's a great defender. I don't hear a lot of talk about him being a bad defender or a great defender for that matter as well, but Because we're not upgrading shooting, I wanted the build to have a pretty decent level of defense as well. You know, I want things to be very versatile. I definitely want my builds to be good enough on both ends of the floor. So perimeter defense 87 is a great rating. Steel's going to go to 85. So you will get that silver glove. He doesn't average a heap of steals. It's 1.7 a game for his career, which is quite decent, but it's not like an elite level. So you will be able to strip, you know, of course, those centers that want to dribble, that don't have unpluckable and things like that. So you'll definitely be able to get steals with a silver glove. Now in terms of block, we're just going to push that to a 30 just because it will get upgraded. Offensive rebound is going to go to a 63 because obviously he averages 7.5 a game for his career, and he's only a 6'3" point guard. You know, he's averaged over 10 rebounds a game, 4 seasons in his career. So what we're going to do is we're going to push offensive rebound to 63 and defensive rebound to 85, which will be the max. So you will get the silver rebound chaser. So that's where a few of the points were spent. Obviously, if you don't care for this, you can always take this off and upgrade other things. But it's a Westbrook build, and he gets bored. So I wanted to get the rebound chaser on silver to help, you know, snag those rebounds, particularly on the park. Now for physicals, we all know how lightning fast he is, particularly in his prime. So we're going to push speed to 90 and acceleration to 91. So acceleration's only been dropped by a point, and speed's been dropped by a few, but it's not terrible to drop it too far because, you know, speed's not as important as acceleration. So you will have the 91 acceleration to go with, a 94 ball handle with Hall of Fame quick first step, and an 86 speed with ball. So it'll be lightning fast off the dribble. Also 90 speed's great just to have running around the court. You should be able to lose your man. Now strength's going to stay at 38. Vertical does need to go to an 85 to get the contact dunks, and the rest is going to go on stamina for 90 stamina. And that's the build. So in total you have the 24 finishing, 0 shooting, 27 playmaking, and 23 defensive badges, for a total of 74 badges on this two-way slashing playmaker, which is quite reminiscent of the two-way slashing playmaker builds of old, when we used to use the pie charts to make builds. That was a fantastic point guard build back in the day. But you know, you're a triple double threat, you can get those rebounds, play pretty great perimeter defense, get some steals, fantastic playmaking, particularly, you know, get those assists for those triple doubles, and also take people off the dribble and blow by them. And then of course you got elite level finishing. You got the contact dunks, all the contact dunks you can get at this height, along with the long athlete layup package, and also an 85 close shot, which will be very handy in certain situations as well. So it's a fantastic all-round slasher build. In terms of the takeovers, I just chose finishing moves because, you know, Westbrook at his core is a slasher, and then team takeover boost, because once Westbrook gets rolling, particularly when he's had his own team, the whole team goes with him. So I thought that was the most appropriate for Westbrook. But as you can see, you've got shades of Baron Davis, De'Aaron Fox, and Damian Lillard. So, you know, Damian Lillard's interesting to have there, considering we didn't upgrade shooting. But, you know, De'Aaron Fox and Baron Davis, you know, they're smaller guards, very athletic, very fast. You know, Baron Davis has got some big posters in his career. So, you know, they're quite similar players, but you've made a two-way slashing playmaker. And we'll take a look at the badges. So, you know, for this type of build for Westbrook, you definitely want all your slashing badges. So what we're going to do is we're going to put Fearless Finisher on gold just for now. Giant Slayer will definitely need to go on at Hall of Fame. That's going to be great to have at Hall of Fame. And then, you know, if you want to catch lobs, Aerial Wizard's there, and that can be your first 10. You've got 14 left over, so you can call Limitless Takeoff, get Posterizer on gold as well, and then get Slither Finisher on gold. And, you know, you've got all your tier 3 badges gold. So go with Fearless Finisher gold, Giant Slayer Hall of Fame, and, you know, an ability to catch lobs. Of course, if you wanted Acrobat, which could be a great badge to have, you can put some extra points just to get it maybe bronze or silver. You'd have to use pretty much all of your extra badge points. You can tinker around with things if you want fast twitch, but it's there gold if you get a lot of those backdoor cuts, particularly on the park. So that's there if you want it. But that could be a really great slashing layout. You know, you've got all your tier 3 badges maxed out. Now for shooting, I always say if you've got the versatility to put an extra badge point with your +4 in shooting, Slippery Off Ball is a really handy badge to have. Now for playmaking, of course, you know, for Westbrook, we want that quick first step. And then unpluggables in tier 2 as well, which is great. I'm just going to put that on silver because it gives us our 10 points. And then down here where there's 17 left, you know, you can core, clamp breaker, put on handles for days, gold, because you will be dribbling a lot with this build, I suspect. And then from here, you know, I choose killer combos over mismatch expert. I think if you're on a big, you should be able to break them down anyway. You probably don't need the boost. So I definitely like killer combos a bit more, but with the 3 extra points they've got left over, you can put unpluckable to gold. Gold unpluckable is really great just to negate all those steals, all those, you know, gold and Hall of Fame glove players. And then from here, you know, you can get Dimer on silver. If you wanted floor general, that's there, but you can get Dimer on silver just to get those assists as well. So that's be a really great, you know, scoring playmaker badge layout here. Now for defense, I think, you know, you've got 23 points here, so you've got a lot to play with. You know, you can put Pick Dodger on gold. Rebound chase, of course, for Westbrook, we want that as well. Chase down artist, because you do have a max wingspan, you are very fast. You could possibly chase down a lot of players. And then from here, you know, if you wanted to have more an effectiveness to get those rebounds, you know, Pogo Stick could be a great badge to have. And then in your tier 3, you know, you can core. You know, it's up to you. If you want Challenger, that's their gold. If it was me, I just want to core clamps. Maybe get Interceptor on silver, get Glove on silver as well. And with the extra badge point left over, maybe off-ball pest, just because it's really great to help stop those backdoor cuts if you have a decent off-ball pest. But obviously if you want a Challenger, you can mix and match to get that in there. But of course, you know, you do have a long wingspan, you are very quick, so you should be able to close down pretty effectively on those shot creators. But very decent perimeter defender at 6'3" with the speed that you have. All in all, that's the build. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and I hope you have a really great day.